8일 날, 벌써 또 2월 8일이 됐습니다. 연휴가 내일부터 시작되는데, 오전 6시인데, 또 아침 리딩을 좀 빡세게 하고, 밥을 먹고, 아마 토의 석자 교수라는 저쪽 팔당의 석자 교수님이 어제 늦게 문자가 있던데 못 받았는데, 아마 오늘 뭐 한다고 아마 찍어달라고 할 것 같은데 기대가 또 큽니다. 인생은 기대로 사는 거니까 한번 또 읽기를 좀 시작하겠습니다. 무제한 책과 하느님의 책과 뉴욕타임즈 스크랩한 것과 무제한 혼합이 됩니다. 제 특기입니다. Mr. Trump's combination of populist economics and anti-establishment outside of politics is potentially a very good match. Magnificent mind at any age. Natural ways to unleash your brain's maximum potential. Treat anxiety, depression, memory problems, ADD, and the insomnia. He would give her general guideline for project and then become irritated with her when it wasn't done to his satisfaction. Wake up and leave. When they are present in a mediocre man, they are, on the contrary, the very things he has in common with the great men of his profession. Add resistance. When you are ready, or switch from a fixed number of reps to working out your muscle to exhaustion. He shall cry to me, "You are my Father, my God, and the rock of my salvation." God, I don't know what to do with all the brokenness I see in my world. The brokenness in me. Will you shine your light and heal us? The praise and this proud fan base were just going nuts. Bob Manu Lowell, director of Columbia Water Center at Columbia University, said the federal government should set minimum requirements for groundwater conservation, then step in when states fail to enforce those requirements, much like the Environmental Protection Agency's approach to drinking water quality. Different. escaping the competitive herd. When Tom Sawyer refused to let his friends paint his pants, he was attempting to depict the act of painting as more appealing than it actually was. Choose them wisely, so that become things. When you're burned, when your burning desires set the world on fire. Fragile, fragile, fragile. Keeping bones strong as you age. It's not a painful condition, but it can make your bones more fragile and prone to fracture, which is why falls can be so devastating in older individuals. Hip fractures, other fractures, etc. Mine. How the hidden rules of ownership control our lives. But there are important distinctions as well. Speaking. Many fallacies have been named and categorized to make them easier to recognize and remember. But leaving those issues aside, but there is also undeniable quality of life impact from the real or perceived increase in shoplifting. Emotional intelligence. The world's most popular emotional intelligence test. The physical benefits of exercise are obvious, and there always seems to be someone, a doctor, a friend, an article, reminding us that we need to do it more. Put the mental recharge into your schedule. Mental recharge. Her father Samuel was an importer, and Mother Goldie was a homemaker. Obedience made simple. This means, however, that not every character is right for the part. Cracking the success code. I smiled to myself. I smiled to myself, knowing we are on a long journey, but glad there is evidence showing that with increased awareness and through a joint effort, we are gradually moving closer to the elimination of the bullying. Yeah, Democrats love democracy so much, they are willing to destroy democracy in order to supposedly protect the democracy. Ms. G told the crowd in reboot your obedience, reboot your life. Your future depends on it. Personally, it seems like automating this process or many other online channels that allow me to pitch who I am to the rest of the world. It's a little spammy. It feels wrong to recommend something that I may not have seen at all. Spammy. Breakout. It must be jet lag. Breakout. Then what time are you breaking out? With inflation, this is what should we go up tremendously as a tool to help the customers. I believe, experience Him, share Him, God's word on truth, Jesus, love, peer, school, friends, church, and living life. Truth tips: keys to being Christ-like. Strive to be an encourager. There is a darker side. That accompanies a future of rampant growth. Is killing our kids. The growing epidemic of teenage alcohol abuse and addiction. Listed below the mayor's statement were the names of these Toronto community groups concerned with drug issues. Mornings are better. Mornings are better for most people because they have more control over their time before the commitments of the day kicked in. The winner's brain. 8 strategies great minds use to achieve success. Above all else, you are not defined by your failures. After all, AI often makes surprising mistakes. The riches within your 7 secret treasure. Holding on to false concept or message about love, some of which you've read in this chapter, and all of which are covered in my book, The Heart of Love. Focus. The hidden driver of excellence. A highly readable manifesto for turning our smartphones off once in a while. Without any natural links to another group, You need to influence. Chances are slim. Chances are slim. Manifest your desire. 365 ways to make your dreams a reality. If you have been accustomed to thinking and speaking about where you are currently standing, it is not an easy thing to suddenly shift your vibration and to now begin thinking and feeling something that is very different. When we are young, we try to hide our poverty. When we grow older, we brag about it. Here in the port complex, with all this cargo, we need more drivers, Mr. S said. Have a new husband by Friday. How to change his attitudes. Stop the guilt trip. Stop the guilt trip. Dayak people typically learn about plants from their parents, and the forest is so important to them that an indigenous idiom likens it to breast milk, said as a member of the Dayak and regional chairwoman for the Alliance of Indigenous People of the Archipelago, an Indonesian non-profit organization that represents several groups. Rejection proof. How I beat the fear and became invincible through 100 days of rejection. In the interview, M answered all John's questions, some of which were rather personal. Life is tremendous. Do you want to be happy, productive, healthy, and secure? Enthusiasm makes the difference. That was the best case for Christianity I'd ever heard. My friend Timothy is a studied magician. The power of self-confidence. Become unstoppable, irresistible, and unafraid in every area of your life. However, he also set an American baseball record that was not broken for decades, and he became a legend we still talk about today. She also pointed to other large-scale development projects in the area, including the demolition of a large red light district in front of Yongsan Station, and plans for Hannam New Town, an affluent apartment complex to replace much of working-class Poguangdong south of Itaewon. Every Monday matters. How to kick your week off with passion, purpose, and positivity. Medium, meet the five new people in your community. They represent the next stage in an industry race, one that includes giants like Microsoft and Google, as well as the small startups, to create a new kind of artificial intelligence system that some believe could be the next big thing in technology, as important as web browsers or the iPhones. Your battles belongs to the Lord. Study guide. Know your enemy and be more than a conqueror. Psalm chapter 91. He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. Going solo. The extraordinary rise and the surprising appeal of living alone. And there were days when no one would even talk to me. マジカイだらけの教育論。子供は教育されることを共有することは許されない。What everybody is saying, for example, muscles inside the eyeball protect the delicate receptors from excessive light by constricting the pupil, and the muscles around the eyes will close them immediately if a dangerous object comes near pupil. Lord, thank you that I don't have to stop worshiping when I have a question. I can worship you with my question. 読書の全9節。自分の人生をもってその苦を読み取れる奥深いものです。奥深いものです。I started thinking, well, maybe college is the next door we can open. The miracles of your mind. Are you ready to unlock your true potential? One of our students who attended our lectures on the miracles of the mind had severe eye trouble, which the doctor said necessitated operation. 株の銘柄選びの5つのポイント。そのように基本から学び、考え直した結果、僕が得た株の銘柄選びのポイントは、左の5つだ。Korea should expand the scope of its context for public diplomacy. The time has come for private international conferences to invite not only pro-democratic politicians but also pro-Trump senators and representatives not to mention scholars from U.S. think tanks championing America the first. 1日30分でも自分の帰る口頭読書 Action Reading Now、豊日に寝だめしないととっても体力が持たない。まだ夜寝る時間も基本はできるだけ変えません。英語を続ける技術 Top Secret of Successful English Learning 視点が切り替える言い換え力というのは、例えば英単語が思い出せなかったり、表現を忘れしてしまったり、日本語をうまく英語にできないときに別の表現に切り替える力のことです。Hazardous family dinners. I want everyone to keep their germs to themselves. The top 10 distinction between millionaires and the middle class. People who are remembered took risk. Knowledge is light, knowledge is light, and fear, knowledge is light, and fear is the darkness. Jesus calling. God came to Abram again, and this time he gave Abram a new name, Abraham, which means father of many. There are some mysteries that even genetic science can't explain. How to succeed at being yourself, finding the competence to fulfill your destiny. Believing and receiving, all things can be to him who believes. Mark chapter 9, verse 23. At age 14, Anne's circumstances brightened. 手ぶらで生きる。見栄と財布を捨てて自由になる孤児の方法。最小限のお金で生きて最低限の自由を手にする。Yeah, if possible, avoid having any important conversation since the lack of sleep can make you more emotionally reactive. Goals. How to get everything you want faster than you ever thought possible. If you want to be healthier, you could focus on the number of minutes per week that you exercise or the number of calories per day that you eat. A Shakuja attack relies on extreme yoga. When a slasher shark attacks, it doesn't lunge in teeth at the first. Our daily bread. No one having put his hand to the plow and looking back is fit for the kingdom of God. Luke chapter 9. No looking back, no looking back. In the dictionary of discipleship, you won't find the word retreat. The backlog has doubled since 2021, increasing caseload to around 4,500 per judge. Immigration quota backlog, 3 million pending cases. Your best life now begins each morning. Devotions to start every day of the year. February 8th. Think twice as much. You are born to win. You are born for greatness. You were created to be a champion in life. In life. The smart recruit is firing on. The smart recruit is firing on all cylinders. Speak with competence, overcome self-doubt, communicate clearly, and inspire your audience. If not, toss it. If not, toss it. Toss it. After 20 years of war, a correspondent looks at the back. The narrative from the federal government about September 11th was that United States was attacked not for anything it had done, but for what it was. Seeing around the corners, how to spot the inflection points in business before they happen. The construction companies typically order the steel today, and then we have to deliver tomorrow. On AI, analytics, and the new machine age, master the modularization rather than offering customers different versions of a product. This model involves selling a 3D printed body with interchangeable modules for insertion. Hands-on. Isolate yourself. Be alone. Run and hide. Sprint. How to solve big problems and test new ideas in just 5 days. In the third frame, she finds details about the beans. Annotation. Dick. skeptical and envious. I wish I could do that. Was a refrain. Was a refrain I heard so often that I now think a dry January should be followed by flip-on February. Work, a deep history from the Stone Age to the Age of Robots. I actually fear that the balance of evidence is against theories that I have espoused or even in favor of those against which I am strongly biased. He compassed, espoused. The 100 simple secrets of greater relationship. I still think about my clients and do the best work I can for them, but at some point each day, I have to completely stop that. Morals. Intelligence, the creative response to now. The computer can do everything. It just has to be given information. Regulatory experts disagree about how the FDA should grapple effectively with tianeptine and other supplements. Some say the agency should establish a strict registry of approved supplements. The only sure place to bury sin is at the foot of the cross. In his lawsuit, Mr. W is trying to get the city to agree to collect more evidence in cases involving automated face searches. Automated face searches and to end what Mr. M will call the facial recognition to lineup pipeline. Win at work succeed at life. 5 principles to free yourself from the cult of overwork. This abandonment of balance especially burdens women. Excuse me, the survival guide to modern business etiquette. The ways in which you can communicate and collaborate will only become more sophisticated over time. Footballs for dummies. Appreciate the different aspects of the game at the professional and college levels. One such coach is Joe of Penn State, shown in Figure 13.1. To anyone who says the kinder, gentler coach can't succeed in football, mention that Patano with 401 career wins is the winningest coach in football ball subdivision history. Since the first edition in 2016, spin-off events have been held in Athens, Mexico City, New York, Shanghai, and Sao Paulo, Brazil. Spin-off. 今すぐできる100歳までボケない生き方。今30代から40代、骨体の皆さんもアルツハイマーなんで年を取ってからのことと思わずに自分も突然かかる可能性があるということ、そしてかかってしまったら自分だけでなく家族も不幸な目に合わせる可能性が高いということを認識していただきたいと思います。The filming of the reality show had generated its own drama, with complaints from several contestants about the inhumane conditions. God said war, defeating the idols that battle for your heart, working hard and achieving goals are an important part of a God-glorifying life, but they are not the life. As good as the state's warning system is, it needed to be improved. On speaking well, it rarely make a difference as to how things work out. Leaving the office at 5 p.m. is not a moral weakness. It's not a moral weakness. In my 20 years in the workforce, I have had many types of white-collar jobs at wildly different organizations. Stop being mean to yourself. A story about finding the true meaning of self-love. I was locked in a box. Devotional stories for women. 101 daily devotion to comfort, encourage, and inspire women. These things remind me that you have given us a tremendous gift, life. ユダヤ人の成功哲学、タルムド、金剣集。ここでは当時は誰のものかというユダヤの考え方を紹介したい。Smart growth, how to grow your people to grow your company. It's understandable. It's understandable. Life strategies for teens. First and foremost, you tend to see one you are looking for. Unshakable, 365 devotion for finding unwavering strength in God's word. I was on a boat on the Mediterranean Sea when a sudden and rather strong storm arose. how to hear from God, learn to know His voice, and make right decision. I repeat, following God's plan for our life requires investment. We must sacrifice the self-will to have God's will. We must sacrifice our way to find His way. Don't be afraid of sacrifice. It eventually set us free to be all we desire to be. Madam Speaker, Nancy Pelosi and the Lessons of Power. Members of the Congressional Black Caucus felt particularly threatened by a chatter that progressive PAC called Justice Democrats planned to field younger, more liberal primary challengers to replace them in their Sapri Democratic District, PAC. The intuitive mind, profiting from the power of your sixth sense. The science of the intuitive mind, neurobusiness, neuromarketing, described by some as the love child of neuroscience and marketing, provide corporate marketers with a tool that can get round the biases and the unreliability of tick box consumer surveys or the surreptitious tracking of purchasing habits with loyal cards. If I must boast, I will boast of the things that show my weakness. Then the man brought me to the main hall and measured the gems. The width of the gems was 6 cubits on each side. Gems. 성경에 나오는 단어는 이렇게.心のストレスが消える処方箋。幸せ脳内プシス、セロトニンを増やすための実践中華上。普通の生活の中でも買い物はインターネットのお取り寄せ、趣味はゲームといった具合にパソコンの前から離れない人がいます。こちらは職業による強制ではなく、完全に自分の意思で行っていることですから、自分でパソコンの利用時間を制限するしかありません。Always day one, how the tech titans plan to stay on top forever. The science fiction series Black Mirror debuted to little fanfare in In 2011, a look into the black mirror. Outside the box, how globalization changed from moving stuff to spreading ideas, and all but impossible to determine which individuals are being hurt by services produced abroad and delivered over the internet. $1 million habits, 10 simple steps to getting everything you want in life. Chapter 8, the Drained People Elimination Habit. Drained people are people who drain you of time, energy, peace of mind, relaxation, comfort, and or money. Drained people. Upper room sought for the day. From my modest offerings, God can create abundance. Abundance. あなたは一人ではない。306日、66日元気が出る聖書の言葉。今やキリストイエスにあるものが罪に定められることは決してありません。ローマ人への手紙8章。Mastering the art of quitting, why it matters in life, love, and work. She left her last critical and demanding boyfriend and set herself the goal of finding a partner in life who treated her differently. Growth IQ, get smarter about the choices that will make or break your business. Co-opetition. Love is a verb. She often gave me insight that could only come from a wise mother. Never say, let bygones be bygones. Oh, I'm hopeless. Never say die. Let bygones be bygones. Tomorrow is another day. Reading people, how to understand the people and predict their behavior anytime, any place. In either case, beating that person in that setting is just a coincidence. Avoid retirement and stay alive. The new retirement revolution. For a start, Brian sells new cars, so there is none of the only had one careful lady owner. In fact, it's such a bargain. I was planning to let my mother have it, but unfortunately, she died last week. People buy you. The real secret to what matters most in business are there situations where you shouldn't ask a certain question. The communication problem solver, simple tools and techniques for busy managers. two types of feedback. Two types of feedback. Positive reinforcement feedback and the redirective feedback are covered. Doing work you love. Discovering your purpose and realizing your dreams. Expect a screener. This is the person or technology that keeps you from reaching the person you want to speak to. 20代でしておきたいささやかな成功とそれなりの失敗、後悔しない最初の8年の過ごし方。私は20代の頃、才能がない分、何でも全力で取り込まないと考えている人間だった。結果を出すために覚えておきたいこと。Effortless small talk. Finally, if you don't want to look like a pickup artist, don't use pickup line. Your next move. Master the art of business strategy. Obviously, your business needs a driver, but having system in place will increase its value to a whole new level. Keep sharp. Build a better brain at any age. If you haven't tried to keep a gratitude journal yet, start at the one. The winning attitudes. Your key to personal success. The opportunities around you. There are two keys that determine who we are, who we conceive ourselves to be, and who we associate with. The opportunities around you. It's up to you. If you think you are a winner, you will win. If you dare to step out, you will succeed. Outsmart your brain. Why learning is hard and how you can make it easy. How to plan your work. We'll take up two aspects of planning. Remembering to carry out tasks at the right time and making sure you have enough time to complete them. That means the word we are preaching, you must put your faith in it. I was found by those who were not trying to find me. I made myself known to those who were not asking for me. We don't give up. Our bodies are becoming weaker and weaker, but our spirits are being renewed day by day. Our troubles are small. They lasted only for a short time, but they are earning for us a glory that will last forever. It is greater than all our trouble. So we don't spend all our time looking at what we can see. Instead, we look at what we can't see. What can be seen lasts only a short time, but what can be seen will last forever. Yukiがもらえる145の言葉。トップアスリート22年はその時。可能性っていうのはみんなが持っていると思うんですけど、それをどう足していくかっていうのは自分次第だと思いました。The 5 a.m. miracle. Dominate your day before breakfast. Maximize your productivity. It's also incredibly important to incorporate standing, walking, and more movement in general throughout your normal workday to prevent a myriad of health problems that accompany stagnation, including higher rate of cardiovascular disease, increased obesity, and a higher probability of an early death. 全身の疲れがすっきり取れる本。敵だという成功体験を重ねていく。The checklist, the manifesto, how to get things right. But the checklist brought the clinician to realize their frequent delays in the operating schedule meant the antibiotic had usually worn off hours before incision. Backing up the wrong tree. Across a staggering number of studies, feelings of power have very negative effects on a person's character. Inori no mokudeki wa kami no ko-ishi ga okonawareru koto desu. A mother's prayers for her children. God, give to my children a mighty faith. Amen. 2度の選択をくぐり抜けた後は自分にとって本当に必要な記事が残るはずだ。Public speaking, present. If you say you are a fan of the blues, but act like you are bored during your presentation, your credibility will suffer. Sleep smarter. 21 essential strategies to sleep your way to a better body, better health, and bigger success. By waking up early, you start helping your endocrine system link up with the diurnal patterns of the earth. 聖書の中の栄光をつかむ成功物語。そしてサムエルの執行、彼はその仕事を引き継いだと理解できるのです。預言者ナダンの歴史に残る忠告。There's a huge sale starting today, really. Let's check it out after work. They understand the need to be on an even keel, and in control of their lives. Kill. 35歳から気になる男、気にも留めない男、会話になっているかどうか、話を聞いている彼女の目がキラキラ輝いてあなたを見ているかどうか、ひょっとしてあなたが話に夢中になるあまり、うんざりした顔をしていたり、Protect yourself at college dating. Hot tip: carry a disposable camera in your glove box at all times. A staged auto accident. So you are driving down the street, minding your own business, and the driver in front of you slams on his brake. The digital matrix, new rules for business transformation through technology. At the same time, Amazon Web Services' reputation as the industry leader in video streaming is reinforced. Content that definitely goes a lot farther is people who are a little bit more entertaining and less educational. No two Democrats. When one of America's parties goes rogue, it falls on the other to save democracy. Rogue. I think he's at a point now where the city is his domain, and he feels competent, and he's curious, and is enjoying himself. Shirami Subushi. Shirami Subushi. Shirami Subushi. Ijaptesham. Shirami Subushi. Doing agile right, a transformation without the chaos. And since many of the proposals are focused on improving internal business process and technology, it makes you think about everyone you work with as your customer. Chodoe とは老八へともいい釈迦が悟りを開いたとされる12月4日に各地域で行われる法へのことで、 저도 또와. 어렵네. 이렇게 어려워. This the Gajeta is a geographic dictionary that will help you locate and pronounce the names of the places in this book. Nebraska, Lincoln, capital. Nickname, Cornhusker State, Nevada, Silver State, New Hampshire, Granny State, New Jersey, Garden State, New Mexico, Land of Enchantment, New York, Empire State, North Carolina, Tar Heel State, North Dakota, Sioux State. The obstacle is the way, the ancient art of turning adversity to advantage. They refused to pay his tutors, depriving him of the education he was entitled to. Depriving. The purpose-driven life. What on earth am I here for? Defeating temptation. Remember that the temptation that come into your life are no different from what others experience. Genkai Toppa Penkyo-ho. 自分の見解を超える5つの秘訣。脳内革命を起こせ。翌朝そのことをなすと。皆さんのご健闘をお祈りします。The 6 most important decisions you'll ever make. They often tell each other, I love you, and you are such a jerk. Within the same conversation, jerk. Fake death, but a truly gigantic reward. Netflix reality competition based on Squid Game offers a $4.56 million prize. Player 450, dressed in a green and white tracksuit, lunged forward, rushing to reach the finish line. Suddenly, the head of a gigantic doll swiveled around, and she froze, but it was too late. She crumbled to the ground.